Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Happy Wednesday. Happy Winning Wednesday. What's up, y'all? Yo, Wednesday, aka the jump off day, yo, because that's when we just jump everything off, yo. We jump off the Winning Wednesdays. Then we get to the Thriving Thursdays. Then we lock in with Focus Fridays, yo. I love Winning Wednesdays so much, yo. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? What's going on, man? Hey, yo, Breezy, Breezy, what's up, baby? How you doing, yo? Good to see you up there. Man, listen, I be getting screenshots from people who talk about, yo, I was first. Man, listen, that ain't what my screenshots say. Like, yo, I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry. Breezy got that spot. What's up, man? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. How you doing? Naeem, what's up, Naeem? Yo, shout out to everybody that's on more than one project, yo. My man's Naeem was bouncing from project to project, yo. Like, excuse me. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I gotta get to this next meeting. My man's was just going on and on, back and forth, yo. Shout out to everybody that's grinding right now, yo, because it is real with these projects. What's up, yo? How you feeling? Good to see you, yo. Ma the General. What's up, Ma the General? How you doing, yo? Always good to see you. Lene the Activist. What's good, Lene the Activist? How you doing? Yo, talk about she was first. Sorry, Lene. Yo, you already know Breezy gonna get it every single time. What's up, Autumn? Yo, shout out Autumn. Somebody has sent me a DM, a little paragraph. It was really nice. Touch my little ice box. And basically, what she was saying was that Autumn had told her so many good things about Heart Smiles that it inspired her, and she wants to be a part of our family. So, baby, I forgot your name. So if you on here, what's up? Identify yourself. You know who you are. But Autumn, good looks, yo. Good looks. Because we got so many more projects coming. Like, y'all think y'all overwhelmed now? Y'all think y'all running on overdrive now? Wait till y'all see what's coming up, yo. We got so many more projects, and it's gonna require like y'all who doing like these projects and stuff now for y'all to step up and actually start leading the actual groups. Like if you look at what Trackstar doing, shout out to Trackstar. Trackstar is basically like training to lead the whole insecurity group. So the food insecurity group. So she gonna be like the new Miss Caitlin, running the whole thing, just having her adult support in the background. If y'all look at what Cam doing, shout out Chaos Smoothies. What my man's Coach Johnson doing, shout out Coach Johnson. They run their own youth entrepreneur program. Like, yeah, we need people to start stepping up into those type of positions. But Autumn, I just want to shout you out and say thank you, because when you bring more young leaders into the fold, it allows us to be able to have more growth opportunities for everybody. So the more young leaders we get, the higher you go, yo. And y'all already know who ain't never late with your money. Who ain't never late with y'all little paychecks, yo? Who ain't never late? I love to see it, yo. Thank you, Autumn. Appreciate it, yo. Definitely shout out to you on that. Life with Lie. What's up, Life with Lie? Yo, Life with Lie. You ain't never hit my mother up, yo. I told you, my mother asks me about you every single day, yo, to make sure that you good, make sure your family good. Please check in. Let us know that you good, yo. Hey, not Asia, is you? I might be saying it wrong. You know what, baby? I'm just gonna say Nas because that's what I see right now. That's who I was talking about, y'all. Show her all the love, yo. Show Lord Nas all the love, yo. I appreciate it, yo, when we get more positive energy, more positive spirits, yo, joining the family. What's up, yo? Yeah, hey, Autumn, that don't help, yo. Nasia, listen, Nas, baby, baby Nas, yo, what's up? Y'all crazy? What's up, Jakaya? How you doing, yo? Oh, don't do me, yo. Like just a little, don't do me, yo. Once I hear it, then I got it, yo. But this little A to the H to the N to the S, I see Nas. Yo. What's up, Jakai? How you doing, yo? Good to see you. Tizzy Tay, yo, thank you so much for the Dear Mama box, yo. Yo, if y'all haven't ordered your mother the Dear Mama box for, what is it? What did I order it for? Mother's Day or something? I don't even know if Mother's Day got here. But yo, if y'all want your mother to be thanking y'all and to be all happy, yo, please make sure you get that box and send it to her. My mother was so happy to get her little box, y'all. So thank you so, so much. Hey, Jordan, stop playing, yo. Get your mans. Get your mans. Jordan, I sit up here and petition your supervisors every single week, yo, so that you can be here with us. Stop playing. I never forget you, yo. What's up? Hey, yo. Yo, hey, Naeem, don't believe the hype, yo. She never gets skipped, yo. I ain't even get to her yet, yo. Dang, yo. What's up, Elder? Good to see you, yo. Yo, Elder, shout out to you, yo. It ain't a meeting that I get on now where people ain't asking about Elder. And I be getting emails and stuff. I swear they think I'm your booking manager, yo. My email must be missjoni@eldersbooking.com because it's like, yo, can Elder come do this? Can Elder come do that? Yo, I love to see the growth, yo. What's up, yo? Good to see you. Thank you, Tanaya. I know when Mother's Day was. Look, just get it out the way. Get it out the way, yo. What's up, yo? Good to see you, yo. How you feeling? What's up, Ken? Yo, shout out to Ken doing multiple projects too. Yo, if you on 2 or more projects, yo, drop the money bag sign, yo. Because people that's on 2 or more projects, y'all is running around getting it done, yo. Especially Ken, yo. Ken, like, I need the recording from my meeting that I missed, yo. I'm going to have both my screens up. I'm going to have my screen and my phone, and I'm getting my mama phone. I'm going to put it on her phone, too. I'm like, yo, you ain't got to do all that. Tay Bass, stop, yo. I never skipped you, Tay Bass. You already know you my heart, yo. What's up? What's good? How you feeling, yo? Yeah, I love to see the money bags. Yes. That's 2 or more projects right there. Hey, Lenata Activist, stop playing, yo. You already know I shouted you out because I said you sent a screenshot, yo, and you wasn't even first, yo. Stop playing, yo. Look, I gotta hurry up. I'm being rushed. Y'all know it's a higher takeover today. So forget that popcorn. Bring your whole refrigerator, yo, because you're gonna need it for what they about to be talking about, yo. Stop. Yes, yo. Yes, the money bag, yo. I love to see it, yo. What's up, Journal J? Good to see you, yo. How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. What's up, Tima? How you doing, Tima? Good to see you, Tima. Yo, Tima been working too on the humble, yo. Ever since Tima dropped that one ball, she ain't dropped another ball. Hey, Autumn, if you don't recall that comment, stop playing with me, Autumn. Hey, yo, recall that comment. No, yo, I don't even see none of that, yo. Who else I got, yo? Oh, man, y'all is crazy. What's up, Nevaeh? What's up? Yo, y'all make sure y'all catching Nevaeh's live sessions, yo. I don't know if they be anywhere else, but she definitely be posting them to Facebook. Good perspective on just different topics, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all catch her. What's up, Nevaeh? That New Orleans love up in here. Yes, Tizzy Tay, the whole Samsung refrigerator. Y'all best to go and get it, yo. Because they is about to be, man, listen. I'm going to let them do their thing, yo. Who else? G Channel. What's up, G Channel? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Good to see you. What's up, Mental Nay? How you doing, yo? Good to see you here. Always good to have you, yo. Hey, Ma. What's up, Ma? Hey, Jimma. What's up, Jimma? Good to see you, Jimma. Yo, Jimma been working too, yo. What's up, King Cool? Good to see you. Always good to see you, King Cool. How you feeling? Hey, Sade. What's up? How you doing, yo? Yo, George, I just got my burgers and fries too. Hunty, you gonna need the whole pack of ground beef, yo. Come on, Higher, where y'all at? Y'all should be knocking on the door, though, because I'm about to get ready, let y'all get into whatever y'all supposed to be getting into, yo. Let me know who's supposed to be on here. What's up, Takaya? How you feeling, yo? Yay, Tizzy Tay, 1 year in July. That's what's up, yo. That's what's up. Yo, good to see it, y'all. I love it. Hey, Deasia. How you doing, yo? You know I be messing your name up too. Look, I'm old, yo. Don't beat me over the head. You know what I mean, yo. What's up? How you doing, yo? Good to see you, yo. Good to have you here. All right, I think I got just about everybody, yo. If I ain't get you, yo, please let me know. Y'all know I'm old, and sometimes I just don't be saying everything, yo. Don't even do me like that, yo. Yo, where's these higher people, yo? Is this how higher roll, higher late on the scene, yo? Hold up, let me send this text. This is crazy, y'all. Yo, listen, I, listen, that's what I'm saying. Yo, listen, hey, Track Star, I ain't coming for hire. I'm at the front door, yo. I'm at the, yo, Tizzy Tate, yo, Tizzy Tate, yo, Rip, yo, said cohort 2 could never. Yo, listen, just get the palm tree out at this point, yo. Get cohort, they said cohort 2 could never. Listen, all I know is that they asked for a higher takeover and look, Chaos Smoothies. What's up, yo? What's up?
Okay, first of all, y'all can never. Y'all can never. Like, stop.
Listen, do you know what's happening today or what was supposed to be happening today?
Look, I know what's about to happen. Okay, I'm on here. I know what
That's
I'm.
A no. That's a no. Go get your refrigerator, get your freezer, get your grill, get everything, yo.
Not that's a no. Miss Tony, whatever. I know what I'm about to do. So, whatever. I'm cool on you. I got on here and my face is still swollen, but we about to have this conversation.
Yo, y'all see it, yo, check this. Yo, can I tell you something? I was having a heated debate about higher cohort 1 versus cohort 2. I said the only reason I got my money on cohort 1, yo, the only reason I say, yo, they got Cam.
Yo,
what else can you say?
We all is good. Like,
I know y'all all good, yo. Everybody's good. Everybody great. Blah blah blah. But yo, I was like, they got Cam. Name what? They couldn't say nothing, yo. They couldn't. Yo, y'all see how Cam show up for y'all, yo.
You know what? I'll cover that up later on. But you know, it's cool. It's cool, Miss Joni. How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. I can't complain at all. I'm happy to see you here. And thank you for showing up. You in pain and all that.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm just like looking crazy. Like it's cool though. Don't nobody.
Your jewel was real cute. You wasn't looking crazy this morning.
That's not how I look on the normal though. Like that's what I'm like. This like Camry if I was a bigger.
I think you too old. I don't see it. I don't see it.
But it's cool though. Today has been kind of good for me, productive. Wednesday's always the best days, like out the week, like more free flowing. Thursdays when it get hardcore. And then Fridays and Saturdays, Sundays, that's like overflow, busy. So today we're gonna have this conversation about mental health. I don't know why my like doing that. Just don't look at that. But we're gonna have this conversation about mental health. I am Cam, and y'all already know that. Hi, your OG. It was 12 of us at the beginning, but it's 7 of us now, and I'm still standing. Thank you. So, we just gonna have like a free flowing discussion, and I'm gonna look at the comments too, off my phone. But the first question, just being mindful of all the stigmas of mental health, why people don't get treated for it, and why we're just like now having it as a conversation. What do people think about when we talk about mental health, and what thoughts come to mind? I mean, Johnny, you can go, and if anybody else wants to like hop on too, they can come as well.
So you mean like if I just hear somebody say the term mental health, like just what do that mean?
Yeah, anything that comes to mind. What's your first thoughts?
I used to be one of those people that really didn't believe in it. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I legit used to be a person that's like, ain't nothing wrong with your mental health. Like you just making a choice to do stuff. And that was when I was uneducated about um not symptoms, but just about like how complex the brain is and how like different things work and how stuff can affect you. And when I started to get educated about that and really just started to learn more, then I started to grow like this empathetic side of me towards it. So it's like now when I hear it, I just automatically think about people who might have some type of biological thing going on, people who might have had a bunch of experiences that they just don't know how to process or how to deal with, and people who probably just don't know that it's okay to ask for help because in the Black community especially, like we really have made it something that we just don't talk about.
For me, for mental health, and I think a lot of people have been how you've been, Ms. Joni, like don't think it exists, or are kind of afraid to talk about it. Like fear can guide a lot of people to do a lot of different things, and because of the things that we build, people don't even like pay attention to the everyday things that. Sorry, y'all, my TV went off mute, but people don't pay attention to the everyday things that happen. Like for instance, like when you're raising your child up and everything like that, and you tell them like don't cry, or being crying is for girls or things like that. Like I hear Black mothers say it all the time, and Black dads too, and kind of make it like you have to be a certain person when it comes to your mental health and how you want to do things. So I feel like with mental health, when I first hear about mental health, I think about, is an issue that we really need to address. Especially, I kind of feel like it's rooted in me being in higher, but also knowing before higher how it was a struggle to like put like labels on things, or knowing what certain things were, knowing the terminology and things. I feel like a lot of us are ignorant and don't know everything as far as coming to mental health, but a lot of it is derived from fear. So Lene, what you think? What's your take on what you think mental health is, or like what comes to mind when you first think of mental health?
When I think of mental health, like I really think of someone's well-being in general. Like, but like mental illness is like a different topic where like how they, your mental health affects yourself, affect you. But I think of like your mental health, like your well-being, how well you're able to carry yourself, whether it's a positive way or in a negative way, and how you're able to cope with it. So that's just how I think of it. Like, sometimes sometimes it's like a good thing. Like everyone makes like mental health as like, oh yeah, it's negative. Oh well, you have this, disorder, you have this, type of depression, you have this thing. Now you like you're so sad. Like no, it's not like that at all. It's not. That's just how I think of it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times it is when it is negative associations with mental health, and that's why people get that fear of wanting to talk about it and things like that. But I'm gonna read some of these comments. So Naeem, before he jumped on, said people often think about healing. Zion put the well-being of an individual. Fatima said the first thing that comes to mind for her is self-care. Jordan, before she got on, said it makes her think about emotions. Dante said self-care, self-isolation. Yeah, I definitely can think about all of these things. And two, I think about that it's a challenge, like a everyday challenge. A lot of people think that with mental health you're supposed to have everything together, like supposed to have a certain way of how you view it, or always supposed to put a name to how you're feeling about a certain things. Like sometimes you're going through something and you don't know how you feel. Like you may be confused, you may be angry, you may be hurt, but you just can't put like words to it in that moment when people ask you. So Jordan, what you think? What's your take on what you think mental health is, and what's the first things that come to mind maybe that you didn't have in the comments?
For me, when I think about mental health, the first thing that comes to mind is emotions, because a lot of it is psychologically or emotionally based, like depression, PTSD, anxiety disorders, what else? Schizophrenia, like stuff like that. Because it goes just beyond the normal things that are talked about. Because I think a lot of the times people neglect the more severe effects of mental health, or the more severe disorders. Like, yes, people get sad, people have anxiety, people go through PTSD, people go through trauma, and they'll have those mental blocks that come from it. But you don't see people talking about the people who are suffering from delirium, who are suffering from Alzheimer's, who are suffering from uh, multiple personality disorder, or DDD, ADD, ADHD. So it's like a lot of different things that we can talk about, and not all of them get the same light. Like, we hear a lot about depression within teens, and we hear a lot about depression within like adults or moms after having their kids, so it's just like making sure that we get the same full circle for all of the issues that can be covered. And I think that's really it.
Yeah, I feel like addressing that, I feel like a lot of times, people are used to staying in situations that they're comfortable in. So like people don't know too much about Alzheimer's and things like that to know how to, treat it, or maybe like if it was a way to prevent it, know how to do that. They're not comfortable about talking about it like that. So I feel like that's why, we have to be the people to be the catalyst that be like, hey, like we need to talk about these other things, Alzheimer's, this, that. And like that's why we have like new people getting on higher. Like cohort 2, y'all got a lot to bring that OG higher probably don't have. Like we're a little bit older than y'all. A lot of y'all, we picked y'all 14, 15, 16, like that. So y'all have more things to bring on. And as generations and generations come, like with higher and with things we do with mental health, it's always going to evolve. So I just want to note that. But Naeem, Lamar, or Jada, y'all want to share your take on mental health before we move into the next question? Because we got a lot of other questions.
I'll go. I'm gonna keep it short and simple. When that thing come first to mind, in my opinion, I don't really think about emotion. I think about, like, when it comes to mental health and stuff, I think the solution to the problem. It's like, say example, if I'm going through a bad day, I'm not complaining or want. I mean, I can complain all I want, you know, or I'm not worried. I'm just looking for or create another solution that can actually help me throughout this process. So I ain't gotta just sit there. You feel me? Just holding it in. I mean, I'm used to holding it in. I'm used to not, sharing my feelings because that's, who I am as a person. But yeah, so I think solution to the problem.
Thank you so much for that, Naeem. One thing that stuck out to me that I seen in the chat, Miss Cheryl, I think that's actually Corey mother. Shout out to her. She like one of my other mothers too. She think of a mental imbalance, and she also thinks about stuff like hoarding. I feel like that's a really interesting thing because I honestly haven't thought about hoarding as like something that has to do with mental health. But now that you brought it up, it got me like my wheels turning in my head. So that's definitely something I think that we should address.
I was about to say, like, even like sometimes people have effects of mental health, but not actually be fully diagnosed with a certain issue. Like people who if you know people who pick at their skin, that's a sign of anxiety. Or people who bite their nails, that's another sign of anxiety. Or sometimes people who disassociate. So if they you see them staring off into space for long periods of time, or you see them just disconnected from their environment, that can be a sign of ADD or ADHD.
Yeah, I knew of some of those things. I just feel like we don't bring them up enough. I feel like it's just like how Jordan said, we got a lot of things that we haven't brought up yet. And we just got to step out our comfort zone. Like maybe we talking about stuff like when both forms are on higher, we talking about stuff that we comfortable talking about. But that's a lot of things I feel like it's things we can address because we relate to them too. So I feel like once we get out, talk to more people, we can be more knowledgeable about how to reach out to other people. Go ahead, Lamar, because I know you itching your little mute button. Just keep going off.
Yeah, I'm just being patient, Just gotta be patient. I'm wavy forever. But for me, because I never answered the question, what is mental health for me? When I used to look at mental health, being younger, I didn't I believed in it, but I didn't really pay that much attention to it. So I know like for me, it was like looking at mental health, I just seen it as it was something wrong with somebody. But now that I got older and I actually like know what it actually is and stuff, I look at it more so as though like what happened to this person, what have they been through? Because regardless of anything, nobody's the same because of the simple fact of the positions and the stuff that they've been through, the situations and stuff that molded their mind. Like it's not just like mental health is not just about like, okay, you was born with this disease. Like some people just go their life just experiencing stuff and they're not really learning how to deal with it. They're not really being taught that feeling like this is okay or feeling like that is bad or this is the right way to go or this is the bad way to go. It's never really no real navigation for those people.
Yo, that really hit though, because honestly, with me, now that I have a deeper understanding of mental health and certain things, it make me want to be more of like a healer, like wanting to go out and help every single person. And it really be hurting my heart sometimes, because sometimes it's like certain things I can't go back and be like, I can fix this. Like I wasn't with you when you were growing up. I wasn't the one that raised you. I'm not your mom or your dad or your godparent or anything like that to, you know, fix some of those traumas or things that you've been through that you probably could have prevented. So it's like sometimes, you know, it'd be like a struggle, because it's like I understand that it's something deeper. Even when people don't even say something about it, it's like I know that it's something that you've been through that made you why you are the way you are today. So Jada, what's your take? And then we're gonna move on to this next question.
Yes. So like Cam was saying, I'm not gonna say I don't know a lot, but at first when I never really looked at mental health as like a topic that's like, you know, outstanding of like other topics and stuff like that. So I'm kind of used to him who be like, oh, you know, my mental health not well, blah blah blah, stuff like that or whatever. But not like people that I'm related to or people around me. I kind of like see a lot of people on TV and shows that I watch, and they be like, well, what was their health like? Like, what was their life like? Did they you know, endure? Because I watch a lot of Criminal Minds, and they always try to figure out like, why did this person kill this person? Like, what made them become a sociopath or whatever? So that kind of made me kind of become more aware of like how I treated people. And like when I become friends with people at first and I showed them like, you know, this is how I live, you know, where it's normal for me to see people on drugs and normal for me to be around people who aren't being successful. They be either judgmental or they don't understand it and make them scared. And I'm like, everybody go through something, and you know, that's how they got here. So I tried to like stay aware of what other people went through. But then I kind of became closed-minded because it's like, well, don't nobody care about what I went through, so why should I be, you know, nice to them? So now when I hear mental health, it's kind of like, well, what can I do to not trigger you? Like, yeah. And about like the hoarder thing, I watch a lot of Monk. I like detective shows. And his wife passed away, and he was traumatized for so long that he kept an office open with all her stuff. So it felt like he wouldn't be able to, so it felt like he would still have a piece of her. And I feel like that leads to like people not understanding that mental health is sometimes just not being able to move on. I'm not saying you got to accept the fact that somebody passed away, or you got to accept the fact that you're not friends with them no more, but you got to learn how to cope with it differently now, because that's your new life. And that is just something that you got to start to be able to live with and internalize.
I feel like it's crazy that every single thing that we go through, whether we recognize it or not, has a big or small impact on our mind. Like it could be something as simple as the way you woke up in the morning. Like, did you wake up with somebody, you know, yelling at you or doing this or doing that? Like, I feel like every single thing that we do shapes and molds us. Like Jada was talking about the things that people see. Not all the time people realize that if you see a certain thing happening all over, happening again and again, like that might be something that you adapt. Like when Ms. Joni say, like this is something different, but at the same time it's similar. Like when you connect with certain people and they your friends or whatever, like if you got 6 bums in your circle, you're gonna be the 7th bum because you watch and seen them repeat that activity over and over and over again in different ways. So now that you adapted that behavior. So I feel like that's something deep right there. That's something I realized when with everybody talking really, but definitely when Jada was talking. So next question. What do people think about going to therapy? Do you think it's seen as good or bad? And I think I can start it off by saying it. I'm gonna pass to Ms. Joni, because a lot of times we get in these conversations, Ms. Joni do not be talking. She be just all like making all these faces. So we gonna have her talk next. But I feel like with therapy, I think it's a good thing, even though I haven't been able to, I did it myself. I feel like it's a good thing depending on who it is. Not every therapist is going to be your therapist for you to go to. And I feel like once people get one bad experience, they kind of like shut off the idea of therapy. So I try to like recommend people to do therapy or like, things of that nature with the resources that people have given to me. But I honestly think that it's still that stigma around it that once you get that bad experience, now you're telling everybody else that therapy is bad. So that's just what I think. And I feel like it also has to do with that generational trauma, telling people what stays in the house, has to, what goes on in the house has to stay in this house and things of that nature. Like once you like grown up into that environment, it's harder to break out when you get older. Like even when we like this age right now, we able to catch on to certain things, but it's more difficult if that's all you've ever known. It's harder to break out of those things. So, Ms. Joni, what you think?
Well, I grew up in the age where it was like therapy. What? Nobody need no therapy. Like literally, that's for white people. Like that's what the saying was. Now that I know more about it, I definitely believe in it for people who need it, and I think that is helpful. And one of the best things about just the whole situation is when somebody can recognize that they need it for themselves. I think the dangerous part is when people need it, they don't know that they need it, and then they don't get the help that they need. But I certainly believe in it.
Yeah, I feel like it's changing from time without time. Like it's been able to evolve. Like now with the generation we're in, because of who we are, mental health is now being brought up. But I feel like if we stayed, like for instance, if we was back in Miss Joni time when she was younger and stuff like that, we probably still wouldn't be hearing too much about mental health or that it needed to be addressed, or there would be not that many people going to therapy, or like thinking about, I still have like this image of what I think a therapist looked like when I was a couple years ago, or like not even recently, before I learned more about mental health. Is like I was like, before Black Mental Health Alliance, really, we was getting told about Black Mental Health Alliance and higher. I was like, it's Black people that do therapy and are social workers and everything like that. Like I was like amazed that we can get taught about mental health by Black people, because I always thought about like a white person, or really like a white lady with her clipboard, like writing down notes. And I shout out to Bree, because Bree really want to be a psychologist and break that stereotype of what she think that therapists should be, going to college and having more Black people in therapy and psychology and all of that different types of things. But I'm gonna just go through the order on my screen. So Lene, you can go. Jordan, Jada, Lamar, and Naeem.
Okay, so like I'm not gonna go on like a whole backstory, but like when I did therapy, I didn't like it. She wasn't my fling at all. So at the time, I'm kind of still looking for like a therapist. But yes, I do recommend people getting therapists, and that whole idea, what like Cam has said, like a white lady. Yes, I had a white lady, so I can say that was definitely it. And I did have a white lady with a clipboard, so I definitely had that stereotype. And she was pretty cool. She was cool, but I didn't open up to her because like at the same time, like I didn't feel comfortable with her, and it was kind of weird because she was my mom's therapist. So it's like it's not going to have the same effect as like if I had my own person. So I kind of feel as though if you're going to look for a therapist, look for someone that that ain't really like talking to anyone else, or at least you don't know that's talking to anyone else, because obviously they're not going to say anything because of laws and stuff like that. But yeah, I just feel as though do what you need to do is best for you, because no one's going to tell you and invalidate whatever you need to do. So yeah.
Thank you for that, Lene. I put it in our Zoom chat, but I see that Autumn says, when would you say a person needs therapy, and how can you get someone to admit or help see that it would be good for them to have guidance? So everybody can tag that to what they think about therapy, if it's good or bad. But I want to make sure that we get into these questions that people put in the chat.
Can I answer?
Yeah, you can go ahead. We're gonna go to Jordan.
So the thing is, I don't believe going to therapy after your major event happened. I think going to a therapist sometimes, like, throughout your life would be nice, just to have someone to talk to, talk out your day-to life problems, because sometimes your day-to life problems can affect your decisions that you're going to make in the future. So just having someone to talk through your problems throughout the week, the month, can affect you in the long run. But yes, if you do have something like traumatic, that you went through, yes, go see a therapist. Definitely. It's good, it's fine, and it's not ever going to be bad. It's never negative, I promise.
Jordan.
What do I think about therapy? I think it's a really good idea, but you have to know like the type of therapy setting that you want to be in. Like some people do better with group therapy where it's a group of people and y'all all sit around and y'all share stuff. And other people do well with individual therapy, but they don't like that whole clipboard and they're just taking note setting. So I think it's good to, try out different therapists. Like you might go to one and feel like it's not a good, it's not a good match, and get recommendations from other people or from that therapist because they may have recommendations for someone who would be a better fit for you. So I think that's really important, like understanding what setting you would be comfortable in. And like Lene said, you don't have to go right after, like literally for some stuff, you can't just sit and talk about it directly after it happens. Like you sometimes do need time to mentally get your head back on straight and back into that normal routine before you're sitting down and saying, hi, this is what happened. This is how I feel about it. Is there anything you can do to help me? When would you say a person needs to see therapy? I think it really is on a case-to-case basis. Like some people might go through things and feel like, okay, I don't need to go to therapy and really have no effects, where another person might be breaking down and on the verge of suicide because of something that's happened to them. So it's really dependent on what your tolerance is, because everybody is tolerant to different things in life. So if you are going to go through something and you feel like you're on the verge of breaking down because of that decision or because of something that happened to you, then that's when you should, if you can recognize it yourself, because sometimes family or friends have to intervene and say, hey, we know you've been off lately. We think that you should go see someone, or we think that you should talk to someone because we feel like you're going to hurt yourself or someone else. And how can it be, how can you get someone to admit or see that it would be good for them to have guidance? It can be really hard because especially if they're a stubborn person and they're stuck in their ways, they're never going to see it for the most part. So it really does take that intervention and saying, we see that you're changing and we see that you're going through a lot, and we're doing this to help you because we know that you can't do it alone and we aren't really able to give you the help that you need. So you might have to sit down and have a conversation about it, or even worse, you might have to like go to a doctor and say, can we get like a note to say that they have to go? So it sometimes takes that extra step from the people who are around them to try to help them, because if they don't see it for themselves, then they're definitely not going to just come to that realization out of nowhere.
Yeah, I honestly can agree with Jordan as well. And then I'm gonna let Jada go. I honestly can agree with that. Like for example, with certain things that we do when we resolve conflict and things like that, and we address certain things. Anytime we start to be like, look, this is all out of love. Like we don't just start, like, look, you need this. Like you got to get help, and like be pointing a finger. Like we be doing it. Like, look, this out of love, and then people are kind of try to take heed to it. Like you might feel a little off at the set of it once in person, like kind of told you and addressed certain issues. But at the end of the day, you still put it out there out of love. And I feel like after that person sits back, does some reflection, they can go back and like be like, look, I had to change this in order to, help myself. Because if other people are starting to notice it, then you know that it's a problem. Because it was one thing for you to just be dealing with something and you thinking that you're like, it's just affecting you. But once it started, like other people start to see it, I feel like that's definitely when you have to make sure that you go get it checked out and stuff like that. But Jada?
I would say, I feel like therapy is a good idea. I had a therapist twice. One of them I stopped seeing because of a personal issue, but and after that I kind of was like closed minded about having a therapist until like I was like, okay, well, it's hard to like deal with this stuff by myself. So, and I can't keep putting it on my friends. So I should talk to somebody who like can help me, because after a while it's like all the trauma just building up and I'm not being able to navigate through life how I should or be as successful as I want. Um, and I would say to the first question about from Autumn about when you would say that person needs therapy. And I kind of disagree with Lene and Jordan when they say that you should wait, because when my grandmother passed away, I didn't deal with it for a long time. And that made it really hard for me to get through high school. And it set on me. And like I regret a lot about a lot of the stuff that I did not do in high school. So I feel like if you don't face the problem head on, it's just gonna continue to get worse and worse and worse. To the point where so now I don't even like talking to my family members like at all. None of them at all. And that's bad. So I would say like I wouldn't say like as soon as something happened, like not 10 minutes after, but don't wait too long. Because if you do, it could only get worse and it could fester. And if you don't talk about it, it'll just, boil up and you'll start to lash out on people and change how you feel and you think. And it just won't be helpful. So I would say as soon as you feel like you've been through something traumatic and nobody understand, or you feel like you've been through something traumatic and you just need to talk about it, you should see a therapist. And about like helping get someone to see help, look, I tried to help my mother multiple times, and I've learned you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. And I even learned that with myself. When other people around me was telling me that I should go see a therapist, I'm like, well, yeah, I should go see a therapist, but you don't know me. How are you going to help me or tell me I need a therapist and you don't even know what I need help with? So it's kind of like not even like trying to force it on them, but like Cam said, if you do it out of love, if you don't even bring up a therapist until like they be like, well, I need help. Once they come to you and like they need help, that's when it's your chance to open up the gates and be like, okay, well, these are the resources I got. This is the stuff I've been through. These are people I talk to, yada, 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 stuff like that. But don't like just be like, I think you need a therapist. Because when somebody told me that, I'm like, you think I'm crazy or something? Like, I felt like it was an insult at first, and I didn't look at it like maybe I do need help. You gotta let them see where they falling off at. And sometimes they might not see at all that they need help or that they falling off. And sometimes you can't help them. Like, and I know that might hurt your feelings, but like I said, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. And somebody told me this. If you and your homegirl swimming and your homegirl start to drown and you trying to help them, but they fighting you back, you're gonna end up drowning with them. So don't try to fight them back to bring them to the top if that's not where they want to be.
Yo, that definitely hit. I feel like with Lene, she was saying about like a preventive measure, like doing it even when you feel like you're doing good, just to like vent, like even when it might be a small thing that happened today and you want to just go and talk to somebody about it. I think she was saying it like that. So when issues do come, you already feel comfortable with talking about somebody when you were good. So when something bad happened, or they don't even have to be categorized as bad, but traumatic or anything like that, you have somebody to be already comfortable with. And I feel like addressing things head on is good too, because for me, I don't know if it's a pride thing or just, wanting to be seen as somebody that is a healer, things like that. But I bottle things up too. Like I don't really be having too many people to talk to. So I talk to like 2 people. And like I try to like hide certain things from them too. Like when I'm feeling a certain way, because I don't like when people see me down or like, crying or sad or anything like that. So I just bottle it up. And then like as a result, so like last week and kind of like it will kind of started this week too. I was feeling like really like down, like dragging. Like it's like I'm like every time I, feel like I'm achieving something or something like that. And I was talking to Miss Joni about it too. It's like I feel like I get knocked back down. Something come up, I get knocked back down. I can't be productive. I can't do this and I can't do that. And it's like I feel like it's just because I bottle so many things in. So I feel like I need to start. That's something that I gotta address too, like addressing things head on as they come, because I let things bottle up and then out of nowhere, everything start to come back to me because I ain't addressed it as I, was going through the issues or whatever. So
I have a question. Can I respond to Dante real quick about his therapist? Dante, I would say that if you feel like your therapist not helping you, then okay, you go to them and be like, hypothetically speaking, if you was supposed to be working with somebody to help them and it's not helping, what would you do? And when they give you that answer for what they would do, be like, well, that's kind of how I feel. Like break the ice and be like, well, what would you do first? And then be like, well, I feel the same way. Because even with a therapist, they supposed to listen. They supposed to help. So if you're telling them that their help is not being effective, like if like you work with Heart Smiles and you be with Miss Joni, if you told Miss Joni, hey Miss Joni, this project that you put me on, it's conflicting with something else and I need help, she gonna help you because she not work for us, but she worked for us. Like she there to help us. So just speak up about it.
Yeah, I definitely see that. Closed mouths don't get fed. So you definitely had to say something. And you realize too, I put in the chat, but therapists work for you. As English said all the time, they there to help you. So if they not helping, that mean they not doing their job. So you gotta let them know, like, look, you're not doing your job. Or not, don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. Just be like, look, is there any way, like other way, or maybe suggest other ways that they could help you or feel like you could, that's a part of knowing yourself too, knowing what you need sometimes and knowing what type of person you need. They might not be that person for you. So, Lamar, I know you've been waiting. You probably been itching your little mute button again. Go ahead, Lamar.
Bro, I'm wavy, yo. I'm patient. You feel me? But like I don't know, cause like for me, I never really had a therapist. I've kind of been that person who's been not necessarily, I wouldn't necessarily say forced, but I had no other choice but to go through the things I went through by myself, regardless if somebody was there or not. So like I would say that therapy is good for you, but it just depends on the type of person that you are. Like it's some people who can physically, process stuff on their own. It's some people who do physically need people, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you're dependent. There's nothing wrong with being a dependent because at the end of the day, you're still your own independent. So it's like, how can I put it? It's like it just really depends on the definition of the actual person. Like it doesn't really matter who it is per se, because anybody can really have a therapist. But if that therapist is not helping or that therapist is not changing your thought process, then you don't need it. Like if he's just there for you to have a conversation, you don't need it. At the end of the day, that's a friend. Like it's like I hope y'all get what I'm saying, because I don't like this. I don't want to like overstep.
Yeah, no, I feel like you're doing what you're supposed to do. We're not on here to give perfect words to people. Like I feel like everybody's words are validated. Everybody has their own opinion, and the way you put it out there, I understand it, and I know other people understand it too. So don't be looking for the perfect words.
I know y'all heard them big words too. Yeah.
Baby coming with the big words. Stop playing.
Go ahead, Naeem.
Can I? Oh wait, go ahead.
Go ahead, Naeem, and then I got one other like follow-up question. Then Lene can go.
Can you repeat the question one more time? I was paying, but I need you to cut. So, yeah, please repeat it one more time.
Yo, not you had to put your finger all the way up to the camera like that. Naeem, I got you. So, what do people think about going to therapy, and do you think it's seen as good or bad? Also, if you can try to answer the questions that's in the chat, in the Zoom chat that I put from Autumn about when would you say a person needs therapy? How can you get someone to admit that they need help, or it would be good for them to have guidance?
All right, got you. When people think about like seeking therapy, with therapy, I think they seeking to be comfortable. Then like they as expectations. Like they seeking for help, not only for help, but it's like a person where they can actually sit there and be comfortable with them and actually have a good conversation without being judged and stuff like that. Because I'm not even ready to hold you. I had a therapist before. She was, I'm gonna say it because she was a good therapist. Like her name was Dr. Levy for real. Like, cause like it was around the time I had anger issues. I was fighting every day. Then I was just tired and I was getting angry and crying. So it's like my therapist, like we don't even gotta go too deep in details. We can talk, we could just joke and laugh. Like I like the bond with a therapist. So that's what I like. And like I feel like if you looking for to get a therapist, I would say look for the right one and be mindful who you getting. And especially the ones that don't practice what they preach. They would tell you, oh, they could do this and that and the third, but when it's action, oh, it's a whole different story. So you gotta put it that way, or you got the one that going to want to listen to you and then gossip. Like, say example, I'm a therapist. You say example, Cam, you telling me what you're going through. I'm taking notes. I'm listening to what you guys say. All right, the day is over. I'm going to tell, you know, one of my homeboys would, I was like, yo, why she got this going on? You know, she got da, 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 da. That's unnecessary. So I feel like you should get somebody that's non-judgmental.
I feel like that gotta go with their rule. They supposed to be keeping things confidential, like not share things like that, unless it's like something that they couldn't, like say if you said you wanted to commit suicide, that would be something that they would have to share with somebody else, I believe. Like that's even with teachers and things like that. I think it's like a mandate or something that they had to follow. But other things like that, if they sharing like things that y'all talking about, that's like breaking their confidentiality. But um one of the things I'm going to say is, what are some of the barriers or things that y'all think get in the way of people going to therapy? And also, do y'all believe in like being your own therapist or having friends that's like your therapist? Like having people that's not like not qualified but not licensed to be like that therapist for you. So barriers, I'm gonna put them in the chat, in the Zoom chat, but we gonna go in the same order, y'all. The same order. So I'm gonna go Miss Joni, Lene, Jordan, Jada, Lamar, Naeem, and then we going to wrap up and get in Jules because I know Miss Joni ready to go.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, Jordan.
Okay, now the person that you talking about, the way you make it sound is like your therapist is like a friend or a parent, because if they're actually a professional and this is somebody that you're paying per hour to talk to, they're not about to go home to their mother and be like, oh yeah, so-and-so came in today and da-da-da-da-da. Like they have 5 to 6 to 10 people a day. They probably get y'all confused sometimes. So like, I think if you talking to a professional, then that's never really going to be a concern unless you're going in there talking about a serious decision, like saying you're about to commit suicide or you were sexually harassed or sexually abused or raped. That's the only time that they would ever take it to a point, and they wouldn't go to their family. They would probably be going to the police or to your family members, especially if you're a minor. The only time that a therapist should ever go outside of y'all office and that time in their office as a minor is if you're telling them about suicide or you're telling them about something that involves violence or domestic abuse inside your household towards you, outside of your household towards you. Like that's the only time. Now, if you're talking to your friend, I mean, they ain't getting paid to hold your information. So of course they probably gonna go to your brother around the corner, and like it's different if it's a professional, because it's like it's literally a contract. It's in their contract, because if they do go outside of that office and say something to other people, you can sue them and they can lose their license, and it's like that will end their whole practice.
Yeah, I'm not personally. I definitely agree with you saying. I'm not personally like paying a therapist. It's a therapist from school, and I get what you're saying. She's like professional for real. It's like some therapists. It's going to be the times where y'all can she can be your therapist and your friend at the same time, and telling the behind people, oh yeah, she can't do that. She really can't. And I know that, and I understand that the difference between, you know, the professional side and the opposite side of it. So I definitely agree.
All right, Miss Joni, what do you think are the barriers of people going to therapy, and do you believe in self-therapy or having friends that, you know, aren't licensed or anything like that being like your therapist?
The barriers, I think definitely the stigma and people just not realizing that they need the help. That's what I think for that. In terms of the other question, like I think that's where we really gotta understand the difference of getting mental health help and like being able to have like your own coping strategies and skills. And just using myself as an example, I think that I'm one of those people who I just have good mental health. Not that I don't have issues or problems, but just like if we liken it to physical health, some people have bad physical health, some people got good physical health. So if we are in agreement that, you know, everybody has this idea of mental health. Some people have bad mental health, some people have good mental health. The people with the bad mental health, like I believe that they need professional help if they don't have good, effective coping mechanisms within themselves. Me, the person that I think that is on the other side, where I have good mental health and I also have good coping mechanisms, I probably would never sit down in an office for therapy or something like that, unless it was like a family situation where they needed like all of our support or attention or on some type of issue that we were dealing with as a family. But just me as a person, like I've learned how to deal with myself when I feel like I'm stressed out, or if I ever feel like I might be going down a road of depression or something like that. Like I know what to do with myself so that I never hit any type of breaking point, or I never hit any type of point where it's like I feel like I'm so stressed out, I don't know what to do, or I can't move forward. But definitely, if somebody is okay and it's effective for them to talk to a friend, even though that person isn't licensed or whatever, if that helps you get the way you need to be, I'm all for it. I think it's going to be different methods for different people, and people ultimately have to decide for themselves.
Yeah, I feel like a common thing with this whole conversation is just knowing yourself and knowing what you need. Because Miss Joni, like we're listening to all of us speakers, 7 of us on here, and like we all got these different perspectives. But like with Miss Joni, she knows that she has a good mental health and she, can carry herself with her coping mechanisms. But some people may decide for themselves, I need professional help. I need to go to a therapist. And that's okay because everybody's different. Everybody has their own story and everybody has their own needs. So I just want everybody to note that while we're finishing up this conversation. Lene?
So it's what you put in the chat, right? The one that's in the chat.
The two in the chat.
So like I'll say some of the barriers can, like I said, it could be other people, the influence of society. You got stereotypes, you have stigmas, you have all of that, and then you have generational, people saying, "Oh no, therapy doesn't work," only because they never went and they never was able to deal with, their trauma. So, they figured, don't go, it's not gonna help, it's bad. But having like I believe in both self-therapy and having a friend to cope, because sometimes you can cope by yourself and you can still be fine, because sometimes other people may not, like even some therapists may not get what you go through. Like a lot of people don't get what I be trying to say out of my mind. I know half of y'all that I talk to on on the Zoom, y'all probably don't be getting my mind sometimes because I could be bonkers. So it's like some people, you just don't get it. But then at the same time, you can still talk to some friends to, cope about certain things. There is a barrier when you are talking to friends about certain things. Now, keep that in mind, because you don't want to tell friends too much. And I'm going to say friends too much because you don't know what can happen. So keeping like certain stuff to yourself, but telling your therapist. I'm not saying keep everything in, holding it down, and then you break down crying, you going through things. Instead, you can talk to people. You can, it's okay to talk to people. You don't have to, hold it down all the time, but you can cope. I have my little journal. I have 2 journals. I'm not showing the other one because that's my energy. That's my manifestation journal. But keep your journals, keep doing you, talk to people, talk to some people, keep barriers up. But also talk to a therapist sometimes if that's what you want to do, if that's what you choose to do. So yes.
I feel like you definitely gotta have those boundaries with friends. Like it honestly just depends on your relationship with a friend. To know what you're gonna share with a person or not. Because sometimes when you share certain things, it can kind of be like you oversharing, and a lot of people don't know how to handle everything. Like if you've been through a trauma, you may have told your friend that you have been raped or something like that. They might not be able to handle that. Like that might be a boundary for them. Like you can't tell me things at a high caliber like that, because it's like now it's to me like what can I do type thing. So I feel like you just got to know those boundaries on both sides. And 2, I kind of want to push y'all a little bit further. Think about if y'all was actually, and for the people that's not here, the people that that have been through traumatic experiences, think about that as far as why people don't go to therapy and things of that nature. Like what makes those stigmas and everything and societal ideals so strong that makes it control what that person thinks and believe those things to not go to therapy. But y'all can kind of keep that in your mind or put your answers in the YouTube chat. But Jordan?
What are the barriers that are in the way of people going to therapy? That whole stigma surrounding therapy, like a lot of like for previous years, people made it seem like you had to be a crazy person to go to therapy, or you had to be ordered to go to therapy because of something that happened to you. So that whole stigma surrounding it. And sometimes it can be independence. Like some people will feel like I don't need to ask for help. I don't need to go to a professional for help. I can handle this on my own, that type of thing. So pride and independence and the whole stigma surrounding it can be a huge barrier. And if you're undiagnosed, because you might feel like, well, I'm not diagnosed with that. I'm not diagnosed with depression. I'm not diagnosed with anxiety disorder. So I don't have to go. But you don't have to be diagnosed with anything just to sit and want to talk to somebody that's paid to listen to you and give you advice. Do I believe in self-therapy? No, not completely, because I don't believe in self-diagnosis either, like for illnesses or for mental health disorders, because you can try to self-diagnose yourself by going on Google and they're gonna say you're gonna die in 30 minutes from a headache. So I don't believe in self-therapy unless you have reached out to a professional and they've told you things that you can do at home to take care of yourself. Then I don't believe in self-therapy. I feel like everybody has a friend that they call their therapist that they talk to, because that's that one person that you can relate to and who can really hear you and understand you, because y'all are on that same page when it comes to stuff. But even with that, when it comes to more serious issues, it is going to be difficult for a friend who's in that friend boundary still to try to step in and give you the help that you need. Like if you're in, for an example, because I talked about this earlier in another meeting that I was in. If you're in an abusive relationship and you tell your friend, oh, he hits me, I hate him, da da da. Most friends are gonna be like, oh, I'll kill him, da da da. But that's not actually gonna happen for the most part. I mean, I don't know, y'all might hang with some people who really about that life, but for the most part, it's not gonna happen. So they can say as much as they want, but when it really comes to needing that action and needing that advice and needing those moments where somebody is saying, okay, we need to get you help, they can't do much from a friend perspective, especially if y'all are both minors, because one, I don't really trust advice from somebody who's still going through the same stuff that I'm going through. Like, you navigating life just as bad as I am. So that's like putting two people who don't have their license in a car. I don't know how we're going to get where we're going, but we're going to get there.
So I get what you're saying. The blind leading the blind. Like, if you're going through that same situation, how when now I'm getting my little leg up, how I know you're not going to tell me something that's going to bring me back down to where you at right now, where we both was. So I feel like I can see the side of your the spectrum that you on too, because it's like, dang, like y'all making me see things from a different perspective. Why it's easy to just talk to a whole bunch of different people, because you gotta like hear multiple sides of the story.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for that, Jordan. Jada, right? Miss Joni, I know you over there looking at the time. Look, we gonna be off here. Like, calm down. Go ahead, Jada.
All right, so I think that some barriers that are in the way of people going to therapy is, like Miss Joni said, being raised in her time period, it was like people was like, therapy, like you gotta be out your right behind mind to go to therapy. And it's like sometimes like having to be that seen in a negative light, it make people think like, oh, if I go to therapy, then they gonna think I'm crazy. Or if I go to therapy, they gonna judge me. And it's like not being well educated on what therapy actually do for you. I do believe, to look at it like this, to kind of change our perspective, self-therapy is literally how you cope with stuff. Like, I know Jordan was saying like you could self-diagnose yourself and then you hear that you dying in 30 minutes. But in all actuality, self-therapy is really as simple as I'm gonna go get my nails done. I'm gonna go get my hair done. I'm gonna go take these pictures of my face and what I got on and blah 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 blah. It's really that simple, because it's like it's really just bringing positivity in your life through anyway. Manifestation is also self-therapy. If you be like, I'm not going to let this control me, that's you being a self-therapist. So I do believe in self-therapy, as well as having friends. I understand that it may seem like it's the blind leading the blind, but not all the time. Like one of my friends, because I don't want to put nobody's business out there. One of my friends' grandparents had gotten sick. Mind you, my grandparent passed away. So I was just telling my friend, like, you may feel like this like the worst time of your life, because your grandparents is like your first parent, but your second parent at the same time. And I just want you not to be negative about it, because if you let the negativity consume you, it's going to consume you, literally, like swallow you whole. So I do believe in like having friends who aren't licensed to kind of help you, because sometimes it's really not even a blind leading the blind. Because at the end of the day, like Jordan was saying, putting two people in the car, it's really all based on you. Who gonna get in the driver's seat and who gonna drive? Because you make your own decisions. You control yourself. So if you allow that person to, if you get that one leg up, Cam, and you let that person bring you back down, that's what you allow. Because you only going to take in or listen to but so much, and you only going to be able to use it or internalize it to your best ability. Because like everybody said, I'm different from Lene, Naeem, Jordan, Lamar, Cam, and Miss Joni. So if somebody told me, okay, Jada, you feel sad, go journal it, I know that may not work for me. So you just gotta pick your poison. You gotta know when to listen to your friends and when not to. So I definitely do believe in my friend therapists, because sometimes they kind of like change my perspective on stuff and help me see it from other people's point of view. So then it's like, okay, well, then I see where you're coming from, and I heard this person's side of the story and that person, and then I think it kind of helped you like choose your path. And I also like believe like if you feel like somebody is like giving you bad advice, you could still take it and change it around. Because people buy wigs from people all the time, and they change the way the wig look. They change the way their nails look. They change the way their hair look. I buy stuff from the hair store all the time, and I take it and I turn it into what I want. And that's how you become an individual. You individualize things. So yeah, like Miss Joni got a heart and she turned it into Heart Smiles. She didn't get the heart that was created and was like, well, I guess I can't take this heart because, it's already a heart. No, she smacked her name on it, pow, like that, and then it's hers. Just the same way that everybody got a business and, yeah, so, yeah.
I like that. That was a real good point. Like, y'all really opening my mind up. And I hope other people go back like and look at this. And I would encourage everybody that's on here to like share with at least one person y'all know, because I feel like just hearing other people's perspectives can be really like life-changing for other people, especially if they're going through certain situations. Lamar.
Oh my God, y'all can finally talk, yo. Like, say no. But
What happened to patience?
Mister, I'm always so wavy. You need to help Naeem out with his
Where
little
my
puddle.
dude back at, bro?
where you
Thought
do
that
it
was
at?
shady.
Look,
Whole time we overtime.
look,
Let this man go.
Puddles alone, Jada.
Hold on, Jada.
No,
when y'all talk, mute that chat. Mute that. I ain't talk while y'all talk.
Go ahead, Lamar.
Finally. All right. Anyway, what the first question is, all right, so I'm not gonna say the same answers as y'all. One thing that I feel as though for a lot of people is that they don't know where to start. They don't like that's one of the biggest barriers for a lot of people, is that they don't know where to start. They don't know where, not necessarily where they came from or like where to go. Like they don't know, like, okay, they say it's all these therapists out here. You go out there, you go on Google, you look for the right one. How do you know that's actually the right one for you? That's the number one recommended therapist, but I don't mean that's the right one for you. A lot of people see all of this stuff and they don't really know what to really make out of it. Like you can't just say, okay, that's the therapist for me just because I seen it on an ad. Like you can't do that. And a lot of people, like I know for myself, I have really bad anxiety. I just don't talk about it. You know, I smile through it. But like, yeah, for me, I have bad anxiety. I want a therapist, but I don't really know how to get one. Like I've thought about it. I've had conversations with people, but I've never been on that page because, like, for me, a long time, money was a problem. Then on top of that, for me, looking towards therapy, I just seen that I was just adding more of a burden on somebody. It wasn't on to me because at the end of the day, somebody had to pay that bill. So it's not just about like, generational stuff like that. It's legitimate stuff in people's lives that like make them think that they can't do therapy or that they're not able to. And the second question, right? Okay, because that time. All right. Do you believe in self-therapy or friends who aren't licensed to be a therapist? I believe that whatever works for you, honestly. And that's the truth. Whatever works for you. Whether you can talk to that friend, you need to be dependent on somebody, you got to do it. But the only thing I got to say to that is it's not always 100%. Sometimes you're going to have to learn how to, you're not going to like it, but you're going to have to learn how to do it on your own. Like for a lot of people, that's what I feel like is a problem. Like I'm not going to say like a lot of people recommend just going to therapists But like once people hear that something is wrong with you, their automatic reaction is, I need a therapist. And then that makes them not want it, because then they feel as though that, oh, me having this therapist means that something is wrong with me. When in reality, it's not that something is wrong with you. It's just that you don't know that this isn't supposed to be this way. It's not necessarily really something wrong. It's just that you don't know any better. You can't say it's wrong if you don't know any better. Like,
Yo, that one was different. I like that you did provide a different answer. People, that's true. A lot of people don't know where to start, and I feel like it's because a lot of people don't have all the resources or things like that. If everybody had it all, it would be no need for Heart Smiles. It would be no need for us trying to create our own things, have our own businesses. If everybody had their own thing within themselves, so I think that's definitely like something that need to be brought up. Naeem, finish the question, and we're gonna drop these jewels.
Okay, before I go, Lamar, I understand what you're going through, bro. You know I'm here. I'm willing to help. You know, I'm here because, like, I understand, because my mother go through a lot of anxiety as well. So I'd be helping her throughout the process. So I feel like I can help you as well. Like, I don't mind helping because, you know, even though I don't even go through it myself, but I feel like I'm here if you need, if it's needed, to be honest. But the barriers and my experience, I think the barriers of me or preventing me from getting therapy, it was just me being too, I wouldn't say immature, but like, you know, being angry all the time, having a bad attitude. Because I always that type of person. I was walking around grumpy, mad, you know, walk around my backpack all the time. People thinking I'm the silent kid or the quiet kid or whatever. And it's like, like people be thinking like, you good, bro? Like, yo, you like you need some help. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. The whole time I'm really not. And do you believe in self therapy or having friends who aren't licensed being your therapist? Mm. So I can't really decipher. I don't, to be honest, I don't really believe in self therapy because if I really want help, I got people like in Heart Smiles. If I really wanted to reach out to somebody, I have them right here. So and plus, like if I'm going through a bad day, I could just turn on some music. My could change. My mood could change quick.
Thank you for that, Naeem. And when I was about to start laughing, don't trip off me. I honestly thought you was about to talk about the do-rag. Like I really thought you was about to talk about the do-rag.
I did it, bro. I did it. I was about to say it to you, but like, because then Jada starts saying it's a puddle. I'm like, oh no, like, come on.
All right.
Trying to help you. Didn't lie.
I have a dream about Naeem puddle at another date, okay? But
help you, homeboy.
It's cool to, rely on other people. That's something I'm still working on. Like just learning that I can have other people. If I got resources, I can actually use them instead of recommending them to everybody else. A lot of times you think that you're on a journey and it's just you alone, but like a lot of times I gotta remind myself, like, if this life was just for us ourselves, then we wouldn't need other people, we wouldn't need friends, we wouldn't need to start other things. So I feel like we can just depend on those resources that we have and that we always just recommend for other people to do. And our journey is just not a journey for just us ourselves, but we have other people. Could that be my jewel? That could be my jewel. Yo, that's my jewel, y'all. That's my jewel. Lene.
We already know we don't pull Lene first.
All right,
you gonna have to go first because if you think she think gonna make me.
Jada, you already know you last because you on here. Either way, I'm last, second to last. You already know. Get it started popping.
All right,
let's go backwards. How about that? We could go Naeem Jordan.
Okay, Naeem.
Oh, now y'all want to let the boys go first, huh? When we done, huh? Wow.
Thought you were patient. Seem real hostile about that
I
patient.
was very patient, but I'm a very observant person with a radical emotion.
Listen. We just wanted to reverse it, give it a new
Jump off at
spin
you.
to the break circles, cursing.
So I feel like I'm playing bop it, twist it, reverse it. Go ahead. Naeem.
Right.
Never again. Never again.
Yo, you had a
Let's
great
go.
discussion. Go ahead, Naeem.
What I was about to say, my jewel, dang it.
And this is why we don't have the boys go first.
no.
Oh, y'all cut us off. We ain't do that with y'all.
Hold on.
Lamar.
I
Go
got
ahead.
y'all better be nervous. Oh Lord.
Come on, Naeem. You got this.
All right, so I was about to say is never be afraid to use your resources, because no, actually never call yourself a self-made. That don't actually make sense in my opinion. Because how you gonna call yourself a self-made when you really, really needed help at the time? It's like say example, how I'm gonna say, oh, these waves made by themselves when I didn't even when I just used the products. That's
What waves?
Oh my goodness.
Get close to the camera.
Yourself. You put
Them what? Them sprinklers? Them rain?
Bye, yo. Bye.
If I had gloves,
You over there brushing, you need to help your
You just scared me on my. I almost had a panic attack just now. Oh my
Did he
God.
go get away?
You know he lived by the Cherry Hill Lake thing. You go get away out of there.
round up the whole lake.
Let me say my jewel though.
No, LeBron.
Alright,
Help me
it's
out here,
over.
yo.
Hold on, I got you. I gotta say my jewel first. Everything is when I say my jewel.
Go ahead, Lamar.
It's Lene with the water bottle.
Yeah, I got two jewels, you feel me? Okay. So the first jewel is, at the end of the day, I know that stuff get hard. I know that, stuff in your life might not always be up there. Like, you might not be able to have that other person there for you. You gotta, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say you gotta have your own back, but you can't always just put your full dependence on somebody. They're there for a reason. They're not gonna always be there. You gotta remember that everybody is not gonna always be there. Sometimes you're gonna have to do these things and make the decisions for you. For yourself. Okay, and my second jewel was this is specifically for Naeem. Okay, Naeem, what you need to do is go to the barbershop, get a 1.5 with the grain, and go to the hair salon, get a do-rag. No, I got your do-rag right here. Get your oils, okay? Get your oils. I recommend olive oil, all that good stuff. Just get all of them.
No, don't forget the other part where after you wash your hair, you put the do-rag on and you brush your hair while it's still wet.
Yeah, you're washing
I
side.
have a team video, yo, because I know you do it. You be doing the deep conditioning up. Yo, he got it, yo. He's ready to serve you. He posted up and ready to serve you.
She here to serve you.
Come on, star faces.
Bye, y'all.
Never again. Never again.
We here to serve you.
Ready?
Not the Walmart oil. I got that same one.
No, this is the beauty salon oil. Don't play with them.
I'm dead.
No.
Stuff.
I get mine imported from Africa, so y'all can have that stuff. I can get mine imported.
Okay, and I was
Okay,
imported from Africa. So what's the
Anyway.
All right, come on, man.
Go ahead, Lene. It's you, and then it's me, and then we done. Oh, Jordan.
Oh,
Jordan first, then Lene.
Y'all gotta go.
Just
My tits are empty.
Go ahead.
Yes, Miss Krabby Patty formula. It's your turn.
That made me
Listen, leave my bag of Krabby Patties alone, okay? I've been snacking on them the whole Zoom. Leave me alone. But my jewel is be comfortable with asking for help, because nobody does anything alone. And you probably gonna say, well, I don't need no help and I can do everything by myself. Just because you are independent does not mean anything. And independent people are hard-headed. And something my mother always told me is a hard head makes a soft behind. And it's gonna hurt even harder when you fall and gotta get back up all on your own.
That's facts.
Okay.
I can kind of like say that, put that myself out there. I am a really independent person, and I am really stubborn because it's like, yo, I can do all my stuff by myself. And yeah, but I mean, I got people around me that can be my cushion. Like, y'all can help me out. Like it's like I'm jumping off the building. Y'all know that little white thing that the firefighters put out if you jump
The
off?
trampoline
Y'all
thing.
that. Yes, y'all that. Like, stop playing. Well, go ahead, Jada, and then Lene.
It's Lene, then Jada. I'm last. She's first.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead, Lene.
Okay. So I wanted to talk to y'all about my TED Talk today. My TED Talk is called Energy and Motion. Y'all ready? Energy and motion. You don't, for all my hard-headed truckers out here, for all y'all hard-headed, you know what? Let's change that. Let's not change it. Let's channel it. If you're a manipulator, how about you be a sales representative? Okay? You want to be manipulative? Go sell some cars. You want to be hard-headed? Go start motivating people because they love hard-headed people because you can't change nobody's mind. You go ahead and do it, okay? If you want to be that person, be that person. Start using your energy and start putting it into motion and stop letting your energy sit. Because when your energy sit, guess what? You're going to be a broke bum and you're going to be sitting there and we're going to be up there laughing at you. Have a nice day. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Hope y'all enjoyed y'all.
That's when
All right. I can go next.
Jada, please take us home. Please. Because I was not ready for the
Look, I like this meme, right? Because it was talking about Black people. It was like, I'm not gonna say no races. Other races always want to be Black people because other people always want to be Black people because they thing be thinging. Like whatever you be doing, like that thing be thinging. So just remember that only you can be you. Let your thing. Period.
Just like Jada Ponytail is thinging. Period.
I'm a little confused.
Period.
Oh, by me because I'm Black owned. Yeah. Whatever little baby said.
Bro, put it back.
All right, now you have a private talk with Lamar because his waves is
the Krabby Patty out your mouth.
But they don't look wavy. They look a little.
You gonna put Naeem to shame? Stop.
sweaty.
He already gonna cry.
Okay, I just came from work. I can't.
The front door is open.
Bro, please.
I'm busy.
All right,
waves.
But wait, Miss Joni, can you drop a jewel with us on here before you just put us on? Because you don't never really
we don't never get evening jewels. I think you should drop a jewel.
Yeah, and I think I need my nightly.
Hold on, I give y'all jewels every single day.
Okay, I get them and I want them again now.
You got backup. All you got to do, you remember that show, that movie, Osmosis Jones, he put that pill over his arm? Go ahead, pull a jewel out your pocket.
Never again on a higher takeover. Never again.
Oh, this was good.
I give you a Krabby Patty.
This was hard.
Give you a Krabby Patty.
You want a green one?
Yo, y'all might want that crap. I got a jewel for y'all. And I'm actually going to use a real life situation that's happening right now that I'm probably not even supposed to be talking about. Yeah.
You always talk about stuff and you always share it anyway. Like
No. And it's actually a good thing. And it's about how you show up. Like you never know what blessings are waiting for you to just show up. So while we having this conversation right now, y'all know Dr. K, right? The director at the University of Maryland. She sent me a text, yo. Who is Jordan? Do she need any opportunities at University of Maryland? Will she be interested in working on projects around mental health? Okay, I could get you connected. And Jordan didn't even know that she was catching that blessing, but just how she consistently shows up and shows out and just being a part of the conversation. And it's just like, yo, what more confirmation do you need that it pays to show up in confidence and to just be who you are? Like, so shout out to Dr. K, if Dr. K is still on here, because she didn't have to open that door and she didn't have to even offer up her space. And without her even knowing Jordan, she's just like, yo, I can tell that that's the type of energy and that's the type of people that we want in our space, especially around mental health. So shout out to you, Jordan, and shout out to just everybody on this call too, and especially you too, Cam, because you stepped up like with no clear direction, no nothing. You were just like, oh, something need to be done. You got up here, did it, and you created this amazing vibe for these doors to open up. So that's my jewel. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready and show up and be you. You never know what blessings are waiting for you.
Congratulations, Jordan.
Congratulations.
Thank you. See, now
I hope people cohort with us. Cohort 2. I hope Dr. K put on cohort 2. Because like Jordan already knows the basic stuff what we already learning and stuff like that. So it's like
crazy, honestly.
It's almost 7:30. Like, it's
wait,
time
wait.
to go.
Let me
Dang, she was
my
just
last
trying to
one
be
thing.
nice. She
My
just
last
I
one
hit
thing.
12 o'clock. I hit
It's
12 o'clock.
crazy. It's crazy. Dr. K need to take her number out of the check because we don't want strangers hitting her up. But I was gonna say it's crazy how like over time you can like see people's growth, just like in everybody that's been on here. Like even with over this 1 year that we've been in COVID, and like with Jordan, I knew her since middle school. Like we used to be like close like this. So it's crazy just to see people like individual growth, like already seeing that potential, and then like seeing that potential come to light. So I think that's really crazy that everybody is growing, and before we know it, we're gonna be in college, we're gonna be the next mentors, and we're gonna see potential in other people, and the cycle just gonna continue. So that was my last little comment. I guess I can leave now.
Yes, we love it.
But do
The
you
front
really
door
want
is
to
wide
leave?
open.
Saying that?
The
You really
front
want
door.
to leave? You just saying it. I feel like you'd be trying to protect your ice box with us, and you don't.
No,
need to.
because
You know
check
that
this
your ice
out.
box is soft. It's okay.
We about to start ending at 6:45. I don't think we
That's
ever
just
been this
rude.
far
Hey,
over
Jordan, I
time.
will hack your
Why would we
Zoom.
do that?
That's cool.
That is just rude.
Oh,
It's
I
early.
will get Naeem to hack your Zoom so we can continue this.
Yo,
Yo.
Man,
All right,
Naeem,
y'all,
you
we're gonna have a
said
part
minutes.
two. We're gonna have a part two.
Chill on me.
We're
It's
gonna have a
7.
part two. I apologize,
Talk it up.
Tony, that we did go over time. I honestly didn't expect it to go over this much overtime, because by the time we started Jules, I was thinking we was like on the money, but I guess we just gonna have to just do like
But Miss Joni, what you really got to do at 7:30?
Bye, yo. Just bye. Just bye. The front door is open. I'm cleaning up. I'm washing dishes. I'm wiping down tables, and y'all still sitting on my couch.
Watch that
Get
shit.
up.
all right,
Go
all right,
home.
okay.
You gotta watch this
Love
shit.
y'all.
Miss Joni, I need a lift.
Bye.
I'm confused. We gotta watch that
I
shit.
didn't give a
Get
play.
your mans.
We all gotta watch-
I need the code, Miss Joni. I need the code.
I can book that lift. Give me your laptop. I can book that lift home. Like,
Yo,
What's the
get
lift
your
rate,
mans.
Sam?
I
Come
can
get
fix
your
the
mans.
I got you.
Not the MCM wallet.
Don't fall asleep on the
Not
couch.
yo.
Bye,
That's the
y'all.
toolbox.
Hey,
What you
Naeem,
I'm
I got you. I got you.
What?
Yo.
Got
bye,
you.
y'all.
Yo,
All right, yo, we
yo,
gonna let her
Lamar,
go.
I need to hit you because I need a do-rag that's not gonna dry my hair.
All right, love y'all. All right, we
Bye,
all
bye.
Matter of fact,
Yo.
never mind. I'm gonna hit
See
you up.
y'all. Bye. 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 Y'all see how they do me? Do y'all see how they do me, y'all? Do y'all see how they do me? Crazy, yo. But you know what? The higher takeover was definitely worth it. But yo, we never go overtime, yo. Y'all know that's just the rule. We don't go overtime, yo. But it's a good situation, yo. Shout out to everybody that joined us today, yo. Thank y'all so much for such a important and great conversation. And remember what Chaos Smoothie said earlier, yo, share this conversation with at least one person, because it is definitely an important conversation. So y'all know what I'm about to say, yo. Hey, Dr. K, I'm gonna take you up on that, yo. Dr. K can cook too, yo. I'm taking you up on that. Y'all know what I'm about to say, yo. Go be productive. Jada keep talking about, man, what you got to do after you get off? I gotta work, baby girl. I got to work, baby girl. Y'all go be productive. Yes, yo, you already know, yo. Go be productive. Go do something that's aligned with your goals. Go do something that's aligned with your version of success, yo. Can you believe March is almost like halfway over, and some people haven't even started on their goals? Some people haven't even started working on the thing that they said that they wanted to do from 2021. Like, yo, we're about to phase out of the first quarter of 2021 and be in the second quarter. Next thing you know, we about to be talking about 2022. So make sure that what you are doing is aligned with what you want to do. Yes, Lene, keep that energy in motion, stay in motion, even if you're just doing small things. I don't care how little it is. Do something that's connected to your goals, that's connected to your version of success. And when you feel your attention drifting off, if you're about to do something that's not connected to your goals, stop yourself. reel yourself back in. No, I can't be doing that. And keep yourself disciplined during the times that you're supposed to be productive. We got at least like a good another hour or so of being productive in this day. So go do something productive. If y'all rocking with us tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow for Thriving Thursdays. Y'all already know what we do. And we got a special Thriving Thursdays tomorrow too. I'm excited about this. Y'all got your boy Naeem coming and Jordan is coming. And they talking about some pretty cool topics tomorrow, y'all. Y'all not gonna want to miss this. Yo, we bought out the refrigerator today. Yo, go get the Walmart deep freezer for tomorrow. I promise you it's gonna get deep in here. But all right, y'all, that's it for me, y'all. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'm out.